New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. A teacher has been arrested after allegedly harming a 3-year-old girl. Samantha Forrester is charged with aggravated harming of a child. Families state that the child was attending Capstone Academy in Pensacola, Florida. A witness stated that the child's dress got wet, and while Forrester was changing the girl's clothes, she heard a loud pop. At the time, she called for staff to come in, and someone took the girl to Sacred Heart Hospital. The incident happened in a bathroom where there are no cameras. The child's mother stated that she is a registered nurse and works overnight. She got off of work around 7:30 a.m. and dropped the girl off at school. She stated that she was asleep when she received a call from Forrester, who's the girl's teacher. The mother doesn't believe her child's leg just popped out and stated that it looks like a lot of force it would take to basically break a femur, also known as the thigh bone. Forrester was booked and released from Escambia County Jail. Capstone Academy in Pensacola released the following statement regarding the incident. Quote, "We understand and share our parents' expectations of placing their special needs children in a safe and comforting learning environment, and our hearts go out to the family of that child who was injured. Our standards of care has always been set high and remains so today, and our history validates that. This was an unfortunate event for everyone involved. It is important to know that we have always abided by strict hiring and employment practices that includes background checks, training, and specialized certifications and recertifications. It is also important to know that our teachers are here by choice. They are passionate about working with children with very specific behavioral needs. While our preference will be to share the facts and correct misinformation and uninformed commentary on social media, we are unable to do so at this time in order that we move through the legal process with integrity. We will continue to cooperate with law enforcement and the Department of Children and Families as this matter proceeds forward." So, if you happen to go look up the story for yourself, you will actually see the image of the child. To me, the child looks uh, mixed, right? Meaning she has two parents, one black, one white, right? And in one of the stories, you saw the mother clearly talking about the child who is of special needs. Remember, the child is nonverbal, and she can't really communicate, right, the way that she would like to. So you had a teacher that decided that I guess she wanted to change the child's clothes, and somehow, some way, while changing the child's clothes, she ended up causing such great harm that she ended up causing damage to the femur or the thigh of that young child. Now, I'm not sure if anybody could pretty much, feel the bone directly in their leg. It's a pretty thick bone, right? And bones are pretty strong as well. If you are to basically press on your own bone, it's not going to cause any type of harm. Even if you put, like as I'm doing right now, I mean you can't see it, but I'm trying to put a little bit of extra force directly there, and it's not budging. Nothing's going to fold, nothing's going to happen. So in order for that thigh bone to fracture, to break, a great deal of pressure, right, would have to be placed in order to make that happen. When you see the image of the young girl, you will see her thigh, like where it's broken. You will see that clearly all in a cast, right? And that means that it's broken. If anything is in a cast, that means it's broken. It had to get, set properly, and then, they put the cast to make sure that it's going to stay in place and heal properly. That also means that she is going to be, held up, in that bed for a little bit, of time for it to properly, heal and fuse back together. Um, the main thing I'm saying is that this was deliberate. There, for me, there is no ifs, ands, or buts. it was a 100% deliberate thing for, that teacher to do for whatever reason that she wanted to do it, is for whatever reason. Right. I'm not sure exactly, what that is. I have my own assumptions, clearly, of what it is. But, the whole response that the teachers or the school representatives, in a sense, gave, it was nonsensical. They're basically telling you, it's like, hey, we do everything. It's everything that we're supposed to do by the book. This is out of our hands. We don't have control. That's all they're telling you. They're telling you that we did it by the book, but this still happened. We're sorry, but it's out of our hands. It's nothing that we can sit up here and do. The mother needs to sue the school, because the school is the one that is in control of these teachers. They're supposed to oversee a lot of these things. Another individual, this is the way that I feel about certain things. Whenever a child needs to go to the bathroom or something happens, there should be two adults there. You should have the one adult that is going to take the child directly there and handle that situation, and another adult that is going to watch to make sure everything is being handled the way that it's supposed to be handled. If they had certain things like that, right, certain safety measures put in place, more than likely the injury that took place to this 3-year-old would not have happened at all. Like I said, anything is still possible, but for me, I feel that having a little bit of an extra step would, stop a lot of these things from taking place. Remember, this didn't happen before when the little girl was at home. This didn't happen directly, when the mother dropped her off and she entered into the classroom. This happened directly after she was dropped off. The mother went back home to go get some sleep so she could prepare to be at work, the next part of the day. And then the little girl at school, something happens, and then bam, she suffers a great deal of injury. Like I said before, this is the utmost neglect, the utmost neglect. And this is when I try to, get through to a lot of parents. I'm like, yo, y'all got to be very careful when y'all trust a lot of these other individuals, these strangers. You give over your faith and your pride, right? Which is your kids. That is your faith and your pride. You're literally handing all of that over directly to a whole nother human being. You don't know what they're about. You don't know where they are mentally. You don't know who they're aligned with. You don't know what they believe in, right? So, and this is what ends up happening. Now, of course, this could just happen, right? But we're talking about in this instance, at a school. Why is it that a lot of these times, like, family members don't help out people, and basically watch the kids? Or maybe, somebody that you really, really trust, right? You can pay them like, hey, I'll slide you this, whatever little bit amount of money, and just watch them for a few hours so I can get my rest, and then I'll come back, and pick them up or what have you. Like I said, there's a lot of different alternatives and different routes that can be taken, but everybody's circumstance is different, everybody's situation is different, everybody's thought process is different. The main thing that I look at in this situation when it deals with kids is that everybody failed this child. The child didn't fail itself. The children never fail themselves. It's always the ones that came before the child that ended up doing the failing. So yes, the parents, both parents, the mother and the father, failed the child. The family of that child failed the child. The system failed the child. The school failed that child. The teacher failed that child. Like I said, there's enough responsibility for everybody to sit up there and get a piece and sit down at that table. Like I said, this is 100% ridiculous. This is traumatizing, especially to a child that really can't even express herself, emotionally, as most, children are able to do. She probably can't even get through the words of how that even felt at the time, the type of pain that she even went through. The only witness that we have that could actually tell us what actually took place would be that little girl. And because that little girl is she's suffering through mental things, right? She can't be the witness that we need her to tell us specifically what happened. The only side that you basically have is the teacher. And you can clearly look at the photo of the teacher. She's unbothered. She has her eye raised as if she has an attitude, as if, why am I here? I didn't do anything wrong. That's the look that she basically has. She does not care. But I promise you, her own are going to protect her, and they're going to make sure that she has a job, or she's going to find somewhere else to sit up there and work. Like I said, they released her after the harm that she did to that little girl. Like I said before, there's enough blame all over to see all of the adults who failed that child at this moment in time when she needs people the most. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I stated in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.